This podcast is sponsored by the book, The Biased Brain, by Bo Bennett, PhD. Dive into the world of cognitive biases and transform your understanding of reality. Get your copy today at thebiasedbrain.com.
How cognitive biases shape survival, processing, and decision-making. Explore how cognitive biases influence survival, processing, and human cognition, shaping our decisions with insights from The Biased Brain by Bo Bennett, PhD. Why our cognitive biases might actually help us survive. You know how sometimes your brain just jumps to conclusions or makes decisions that seem odd when you look back? Like maybe you overestimate the danger of a situation or remember certain details more vividly than others. Well, it turns out a lot of these quirks of human cognition aren't just random glitches. They might actually be linked to something pretty important: survival processing. Let me explain what I mean by survival processing. It's this fascinating concept from psychology that suggests our brains are wired to pay special attention to information that could help us stay safe and alive. Back in the days when our ancestors were trudging through forests and hunting for food, being able to quickly spot a threat or remember where resources were was the difference between life and death. So our brains evolved to prioritize that kind of information. Now, here's where cognitive biases come in. They're basically mental shortcuts or patterns that help the brain process information faster, but don't always lead to perfectly rational outcomes. Think of them as quirks or rules of thumb for how we process the world. While today these biases sometimes trip us up, leading to poor decisions or misunderstandings, they probably had a survival advantage originally. Negativity bias is a great example. This is where bad or dangerous things grab our attention more than good things. It made sense evolutionarily. Noticing a snake before it bites is crucial. Availability heuristic, where we judge the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind, might have helped our ancestors quickly assess dangers based on recent encounters. Confluorine bias tends to keep us holding on to beliefs that reinforce our safety strategies, even if those beliefs aren't fully accurate. All these biases can be seen as part of the brain's survival processing system. Our biased brain doesn't just make mistakes, it prioritizes information in a way that historically helped our survival. But why does understanding cognitive biases matter today? Even though we're no longer dodging predators every day, these biases still influence how we perceive risks, make decisions, and solve problems. Bias in decision-making can shape everything from how we vote to how we judge personal relationships or assess health risks. Developing critical thinking and biases awareness is key to navigating the modern world effectively. For those interested in learning more about how these cognitive quirks shape our thoughts and behavior, I highly recommend checking out the book The Biased Brain by Bo Bennett, PhD. It's a fantastic resource that breaks down complex ideas about human cognition into really accessible and enjoyable reading. Whether you want to understand why your brain sometimes tricks you, or how to make better decisions despite your biases, this book has you covered. Explore the book and unravel the secrets of your mind today. Visit The Biased Brain and get started on understanding the fascinating ways your brain shapes your reality. So next time you catch yourself making an impulsive decision or feeling irrationally worried about something, remember, your brain is just doing what it evolved to do. And knowing about these biases, that's the first step in turning your biased brain from a hindrance into a tool.